Welcome to the SOULACE yoga sequence, which is part of the Meditation Activist Travel Guide. This is a practice where we accept things as they are, and even if we have restrictions, difficulties in our body or in our circumstances, can we show up in a way that we just meet things with heartfelt compassion, where we hold space for ourselves and others. So really want you to move into this yoga sequence with a sense of it being a space that you can just be totally present with everything exactly as it is. So let's begin. If you get the SOULACE Songs playlist ready, and then maybe after you want to do Jill Knell's SOULACE meditation, which is usually around 12 minutes. So have your playlist in non-shuffle mode and use the link down below, get it ready, and let's begin. So we're going to start standing. Just want you to pay attention to spreading your toes, really just opening the toes and opening your fingers, just feeling a sense of space, making space, holding space. Open the palms out and just breathe in and raise your hands. Now we're going to cross them over, just widen the feet hip width, and then just hug yourself and fold down. Open your hands as you come up, stretching the torso, lengthening the lines in your body, creating space. Cross your hands, hug and fold. Breathing out as you head down. Coming up again, opening, lifting the chest, creating space. Now cross your hands over the other way. So if the right was coming forward, make sure the left comes in front. Breathe in, lift up, and then fold. I'm going to do 2 more of these. Hands opening, lifting up. Perhaps now it's right in front. Hug and fold. One more. Keep the head down until the body straightens and then lift. Left in front this time. Breathing out as we fold down, releasing down. Now just hang. Just rest your hands, fold your hands near your elbows, and just release your back by just gentle swinging. Just as you move to the left, really push with the right foot down. As you move to the left, as you move to the right, push with the left foot. As you move to the left, push with the right. Just activating the hips and the hamstrings. Hands on shins, halfway lift. Really keep your chin tucked. Push your spine, creating space. Now hands on hips. Breathe in. Lovely. Now we're going to put your right foot forward, left foot back. Straighten the front leg, straighten the back leg. Have your toes on the left foot pushing into the mat. Breathe in, breathe out. Just come down to Virabhadrasana 1. Breathe in, straighten the front leg. Breathe out. Come down. Breathe in. Straighten the front leg. Breathe out. Pulse down. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now, hands up. Really lean back, gentle back bend. Breathe out, fold forward. Hands come back like you're flying. Breathe in. We're going to windmill out. Hands up. Turn your feet. So this time, left foot facing forward, front. Right foot on the toes. Hands down onto the hips. Breathe out. Come down into your bend into that front left leg. Straighten the right out, pushing on the toes. Breathe in. Straighten the front left leg. And breathe out, sink down. Breathe in, straighten, push on that right foot, really stretching those toes. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out, release. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Bring your arms up. Stretch. Open the lines in your body. Breathe out, drop the shoulders. Breathe in, lean forward, arms back, you're flying. Superwoman or Superman. Breathe in, windmill the arms up. Hands on hips, feet outwards. Squat down. Hands at your heart center. And just lower your gaze. Now just gently rock side to side. Just feeling the peace. Activating the thighs. Just really warming them up. Heel toe in. Hands on hips. Lift up. This time, interlace your fingers. And we're just going to fold forward and lift the hands up and over. Drop down. If that's too hard on your shoulders, you can just interlace your, grasp each elbow and fold over. But if it's okay, just really use it to open those shoulders. Now really push on your big toe and your heel. As you breathe in, come on up. Right foot forward, left foot back. Now we're just going to spring forward, spring back, and just to really, again, activate that hamstring and pushing on those toes. Just a few pulses. Our feet really connect to our whole body. And now we're going to drop our knee, bring the left foot across the mat, and we're doing a lateral stretch now. Dropping the left hand, right hand comes up, and get that beautiful line. Just feeling the fascia in the body, opening, stretching. Now you can have your right foot sort of crossing the mat rather than lengthening down. So you can really push on the outer edge of that right foot as you lateral stretch over to the left. Now we're going to come up. So we really want to anchor with our foot and our knee. Come on up. Slide the right hand down the right leg and lift the left arm over. You won't be able to go as far, but it's just that counterbalance. Breathe in, both hands up, and then fold forward. Now just bring your hands forward whilst you push your buttocks back and push that right leg out. Just creating space forwards, sideways at the same time. And then we're going to come around and come into a downward dog, really pushing back on your heels. Bend your knees. Bring your torso close to your thighs and then open out the right. Open out the left and bend the right. Just alternating. Bring your left leg forward. And just springing backwards and forwards onto those toes behind you. Drop the knee, bring the right leg over. Have the left leg this time pointing forward. Drop the right arm, left arm up and over. Now push your hips forward as that arm stretches up and over. It's beautiful, opening the sides of our body. Breathe in. Slide the left hand down, right hand up and over. Just feeling that surrendering in. Now this time you may want to have the left foot across the mat. As you breathe in, feel this expansion of space. And as you breathe out, just slide into that inner freedom. Both hands up. We're coming and pushing our hands down, forward, and pushing our buttocks back. Lower the head, that solace, inward turning humility. Breathe in, bring your hands close. Now we're going to just do a gentle hands, lower back, really bracing your lower back, and just push your hips forward. Now raise the right hand, keeping that left hand pushing on your lower back. Lift your head. Lower the head to the floor, hands up. Breathe in. Right hand pushes and braces the lower back, left hand raises. And in your own time, let's just alternate. Now you may interlace your hands behind you and really open those shoulders as you come down. Breathe in. Lift the right arm up, left hand pushes and braces the lower back. Come down, lift the arms up. Brace the lower back, push the hips forward, left hand up. Breathing out. One more on either side. Interlacing the fingers, opening the shoulders. Breathing in, opening, feeling the joy in your body. Well, finally, left hand up. Both hands down. And now just come around. I'm going to come down to a child's pose, wide angled child's pose. And just really pushing your lower back down, your buttocks down towards your heels. And then I just want you to really edge those hands forward, just by keeping your buttocks the same stable place towards your heels. Drop your forehead to the mat. And then you're going to walk your hands in. I'm going to do our beautiful cat-cow. Lower the belly, the buttocks, raise the head. And push on the mat. Dome the spine, up to the roof, up to the sky. Breathe in, drop the belly. Lift the head. Breathe out, push the mat away. Push it away with your hands, push it away with your feet. Keep alternating. 3 more in your own time. Okay, last one. Push up to the sky, hands and feet. Now we're just going to reverse that movement with a gentle flowing bridge. So come on your back, knees in the air with your feet hip width apart. Hands beside your hips. And now we're going to breathe in, raise the hips and raise the arms. And if it's okay for your shoulders, you can bring them right back. Otherwise, just keep it up in a range of movement that's not triggering any pain. But if you can, bring open, lift the hips and breathe out. And lower the hips, lower the hands. I'm just going to do 5 of those. Just really surrender in, turn within, listen to the song. Lowering down, letting go. Breathing out. Breathing in, lifting the hips. Breathing out, lowering the hips. Last, lowering of the hips. And now we're going to lift the left knee, cross it over the right thigh, and then bring, it's a shoelace, bring your shins, just hold onto your shins and just feel that crossing over. And if you can, bring your knees and your shins closer to your chest, but keeping your back and your shoulders down as much as possible. Just making sure that you're just moving a bit over towards the right with your hips. Breathe in, both legs up to the roof, feet flexed, hands up, reach to your toes, breathe out. Breathe in, reach to your toes, breathe out. Breathe in, reach to your toes, breathe out. Now right leg crosses the left thigh, bend your knees, hold on to your shins, may want to hold on to your ankles. Bring your knees and your shins towards your torso whilst pulling your feet apart from one another. Just make sure that your hips stay centered. And now we're going to come up cross-legged. I'm going to try that shoelace this time on the mat. So just have your left thigh as if it was in a folded seat. And bring the right leg over. And see if you can get the knees on top of one another. So this is a Gomukhasana, cow face pose, or it's like a shoelace, some people call it. Hands on feet, lift the hips up, come forward. See if you can get those knees and legs over each other and then come and sit down. Now this can be quite tight for people. So just cross as far as you get a nice stretch and not a painful one. Breathe in, lift, and then breathe out. Just come forward. Really pushing down on the feet. And coming back, put your hands behind, rest on your hands and swap. Bring your right thigh down and then cross your left over. And then use your hand to lever it down a bit, to breathe in, lift forward, and breathe out. Come down. Now one hip might stay up and you may need to prop something there. Or if you can breathe it just down, pushing on your hands. Come forward, bring the hips down. See if you can just settle into that. Breathe in, lift the torso up and breathe out. Just come forward slightly. Breathe in, come back. Legs up. Now we're just going to come into a squat if it's comfortable for you. Just for a moment, palms together, elbows near, just inside on the thighs, below the knee. Breathe in, lift the spine up, stretch. hands on the mat, and then just come on and straighten the legs. Bring your feet in, hip width apart, fold down, and then we're going to really push on the heels, push on the toes, and gently fold out. I'm going to breathe in. Bring your left foot forward, right foot back. Stretch. Open your chest. Have your hands at a T as you fold forward. Really push that back leg. Really push on the heel. And then just drop the hands down either side of your leg and fold down. Now, if you may want to keep them at your hip, your shin, or come down to the mat and just fold forward. Really keeping the left hip moving back and the right hip moving forward. Breathe in. Hands to hips, keeping your head parallel and your torso parallel to the mat, and then pushing up. Coming over to the other side. Right foot forward, left back. Open your chest before folding forward. Hands up, and then breathe out. Come down, and using those arms to really lengthen the body before folding down. Hands on hips, shin, or floor. And then just tuck in your head, having your chin come close to your torso, and just surrendering down. Really pushing on that back foot. Pushing the right hip back. Bringing the left hip forward. And having them move in towards one another. If you feel your body shaking, that's good. Breathe in, hands to your hips. Torso parallel. Hands out. And then really push. Lift up. We'll come to the top of your mat. Hands at your heart center. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep your hands at your heart center. Move your right leg back. Fairly wide stance. And then drop the heel, getting ready for our Virabhadrasana 2. Bring your hands together, palms together, and then open the right out to just broaden out. Look down your left hand and then breathe out and sink down into your warrior pose. Just feeling that sense of letting go. Having the strength to face what needs to be faced. Breathe in, breathe out. One more last sink down. Breathe in, hands clap at the top. Twist your feet around so that the right foot's now facing straight and the left foot comes in at an angle, 45-degree angle. Really put the energy into the heel. Breathe in, breathe out, and then open the hands out. dropping down your weight into the right thigh. Virabhadrasana 2, warrior. Look down that right hand. Breathe in, energy into the muscles. Breathe out. Just drop down, waking up our thighs. Breathe in, hands up, come around. Have your feet parallel, hands to your heart center. Hands on your hip, breathe in, open your head to the sky. And now just surrender down. Forward, fold, wide legs. Hands on the mat. Put your hands and push up and straighten the spine. And then breathe out, fold forward. Just folding down. Lay your spirit into the ground, feeling supported by the earth and life itself. Just breathing. Really want you to now just pay attention to switching on the thighs and lifting the muscles of the thighs upwards as you surrender and lay your spirit down. Pushing on the hands, hands on your hips, pushing the outer edges of both feet as you lift up. And now we're going to come up to the top of the mat. We're going to do the dancer's pose. I'm just going to get you to bend your left leg. See if you can hold your ankle. If you find that hard, you can get a belt, put around so that it reduces the length that you have to stretch. But just holding onto your left ankle, just want you to fold forward slightly and then come back. So as you bring the weight of your torso forward, the weight of your thigh comes back. Come back, straighten up. And now in this final one, we're going to lift the left hand forward, bring the right thigh back, and just see how far you can go with balancing. Now you may want to go near a wall to have some stability and comfort. Just see if you can really pull that leg back, holding on to the heel, the ankle. And now breathing in, come on up, lift the right arm up, bring the left thigh, and then release. Bring your hands down. Just going to stand in Tadasana for a moment. Just want you to really feel the energy of your feet. Bring the attention within. Open the hands outwards so that the shoulders come back. Push down in the feet and just lift your heart. Take a few breaths. Just really feeling that solace of surrender. And now we're going to bend the right knee, lift the foot up towards your buttocks, reach down with your right hand, grasp the right ankle. Now, you might be fine to stay here, or just bring that right leg back as you tilt your torso forward. Breathe in, come back up. Just warming up to that. Breathe in. Come forward. And now we're going to raise the left arm up as you bring the right knee and thigh back, and really push the energy into the hand and bring the left hand forward as you really push that foot against the hand back. Breathe in, come on up, and then bring your hand down. Hands on hips now. I just want you to just rotate your hips in circles. And just for some more hip work, we're going to do a figure 4 across our thighs. So we're going to breathe in, raise your left knee, cross that over, your right foot over onto your left foot, onto your right thigh. Breathe your hands up, palms touch at the top, and then come down the center line of your body, really centering you. Keep your drishti gaze at a single point and just merge with that point. As you bend down, lower the hips, push your elbows against the left elbow against the thigh, the right elbow just on the foot. Keep your gaze centered, merging with what you're looking at. Really opening that hip. Breathe in, hands up, knee up. Breathe out, knee down, hands down. Breathe in, right knee up, hands up. Cross the right foot onto the left thigh, just above the knee. Breathe out, hands down the center line of the body. Right knee, right thigh, left knee, left onto the foot. Just focus on that gaze point. Keep yourself centered. Feeling that inner surrender. Breathe in, hands up, knee up. Breathe out, come down, and just shake it out. Okay, so we're going to come down onto your buttocks. We're going to have the right leg straight, the left leg. We're going to just bring it in as like a half butterfly where you're pushing your left thigh, your left foot against your right thigh. Breathe in, arms up, create space. And now we're going to come forward. Now, we're not wanting to come too far down at this stage, we just want to create space. Breathe in, come on up. More space, create more space. Drop the shoulders. Breathe in, lift, breathe out, come forward. Using your hands to create that forward movement initially. And now we're going to just drop our hands, bring your right hand behind you. Fingers raised, and they lift your spine forward as you move your torso towards your thigh. And just surrender. You can't rush your healing, or you can't rush your forward bends. As you breathe in, get that feeling of pushing on your fingers behind you to lift up and out of the congestion in your hips. And then as you breathe out, just surrender. Breathe in. Now you may with your left hand want to cross it over your shin and then use that as a bit of a lever to bring yourself forward. So you're being lifted up from behind, and then the left hand straightens you to come forward. We often don't allow enough time in our forward bends. Just letting go. Just 5 more breaths here, wherever you are. Can help sometimes to have a bit of height under your buttocks to get that forward movement. So if you need a blanket wedged there, that may help with your forward folds. Last breath. Now, don't come up too quickly. Push out as you come up, like really lengthen as you come out. Now we're coming into Baddha Konasana for one moment. Hands around your feet. Lift your spine up. Sometimes we get that compression in our lower back, so this is just a good one to lift up. And now straighten your left leg. Bring your right foot against the left thigh. Breathe in, hands up. Space as you fold forward. Come off the fold, breathe in, create space, and then fold forward. Come on slightly up, space, fold. Drop both hands to the mat. Breathe in. Bring your left hand back. Have the tenting of your fingers, using that as a lever to lift up and out of the congestion in your hips as you come forward. 5 breaths. Just folding forward. Breathing in, creating space. Get your right hand, cross it over. Could be over your shin or closer down to the ankle. Lifting and then folding. More important to create space and length than closing and getting your head to your knee. Turning within as you take your breaths and surrender. Breathing in, creating that final sense of space, and then breathing out. Coming on up, use that sense of space, bring your hands forward to just lengthen coming up. Bring your hands behind you, both feet on the mat, and just lift your hips up and open that front of the body. Bring your head just back so that it's parallel in alignment with your body. Now it can be hard on the shoulders, so only push up as far as your shoulders allow, but just to open that front body and then come down. Now we're going to bring the right foot across the mat and stretch the left leg back. Pigeon or swan. Now you may bring your foot closer in to your body, or if you can, just whatever challenge is comfortable for you, bring it across the mat. Hands beside you initially to just lift up. Again, creating a space and length. Feeling the hips evening out. Breathing in and then just edging forward. Now you may just keep your hands in front of you and just lower your head if that's enough for you. Or you may come down onto your elbows. Or you may come down and rest your head on your hands. We're just going to be here for 5 breaths on either side. Just turn within, just breathing, surrendering. Paying attention to the evenness in the hips. You tend to roll to the right, so just keeping a bit of that weight over to the left side of the body. Okay, we're going to come up onto our hands. Now, keeping the right leg where it is, we're going to bring the left leg over so that the foot is near the right knee and right thigh. Then tuck in the right foot, setting up for a twist. Try and get the hips down as much as you can, or you put a blanket or a block just under your left hip. Arms up. Create that space and length we've been working on in this class. And now we're going to turn to the right, and you can either use your right arm open or bent as a lever. We're going to breathe in, create space, and breathe out as we come around. Now with your head, you may, as you want to keep it in alignment with your torso, so you want to move your head further than the torso. Let the torso take your head around. You want to protect your neck. Breathe in and then breathe out, just twist around. Breathe in, one last one. And then breathe out. And then gently release, coming forward. Now with the left leg, we're bringing that across the mat. And then bringing the right leg straight behind us. Lifting the hip up just to straighten and get the weight on both hips. Use your hands as levers to push upwards. Create space and then come forward. It may be enough to have your hands in front of you, or you can come down, as we did on the other side, to whatever is suitable for you. Onto the elbows and onto the hands. And of course, each side is different, so it may change. And then just lower your head and just surrender down. Surrendering down. Five deep breaths. Bringing the weight a bit over to the right so you don't swing too far to the left. Surrendering down. Hands on the mat, pushing up. Straightening the alignment. Bringing your right foot across your left thigh. Tucking in that left foot. Facing the front. Lifting up. And now turning around to the right. You can bring your left hand as a lever. Could be open or bent. Using your right hand to help the twist. Using the breath to bring you around. Breathing in, turning. And then coming, releasing the twist. Coming down into a happy baby, coming on your back. Bringing your thighs close to the torso. Lifting up the feet. And then you can either grab your heels, your shins, or put your hands on the outer edges of your feet. Because our goal here is to just surrender our knees down towards the floor, near our armpits. Just opening the hips, softening. Gently rock from side to side, just to sort of bring some softness to that lower back. And then let go of your feet, bring your thighs close to the chest, arms out. We're just going to do a gentle twist on either side. Drop to the left, turn your head to the right. Breathe into that back. Breathing in, breathing out as you let the knees drop to the right. Breathing in, lift them up, and then coming into Shavasana, just opening your body out. Bringing your palms upwards to the sky. Feet folding out, just everything letting go. Surrendering into the words of the song. Breathing in and out consciously. Staying into the flow of the music, releasing into the earth, feeling like you're a seed that's just watered into the earth. Keep surrendering. Just letting go. And then slowly turning to the side. Just opening and awakening your body. And thank you for practicing. I'd just like to end with one of the quotes from the SOULACE meditation. Happiness is like a tree going into the sky, and sadness is like the roots going down to the womb of the earth. Both are needed. The bigger the tree, the bigger will its roots be. In fact, it is always in proportion. That's its balance. By Osho. Namaste. Bring your hands to your forehead. May you bring clarity of thought and insight to whatever is happening within. Bringing your hands to your mouth. May you bring words of kindness and compassion to all that you meet. Bringing your hands to your heart center. May you radiate love just by the way you show up. Thank you for practicing, and I hope you enjoyed being in solace with your own soul.